My chair doesn't spin, but like just imagine that it does, because this is obviously such a funny bit and such a great introduction to a video. Hi, my name's Josh, and this is a video about something really stupid that I care a lot about because it's quarantine and there's nothing for me to think about. Anyway, last year at D23, Disney released this really cool Donald jacket, and I really wanted it, but then when I went online to buy it, it was all sold out in my size, and I was really mad, and so I'm making this video because on the off chance Disney sees it, maybe they'll send me something that, honest, like this is what the jacket looked like. It's sick. I even remade it in Animal Crossing. It's solid. But actually, if there was a thesis statement for this video, because this is obviously just a college paper that I'm masking as a YouTube video, obviously, because this is top tier research-based stuff that I'm producing here, it would be that Donald Duck should be captain of the Disney Cruise Line and not Mickey Mouse. And the fact that he is not captain is insane and is actually incredibly dangerous and is putting millions of guests and tourists and cast members even at risk every single day that Mickey Mouse is captain and not Donald Duck. And here's why. Back in 1928, Walt Disney released this little cartoon, maybe you've heard of it, called Steamboat Willie. Now, Steamboat Willie was the first cartoon with synchronized sound, and back in 1928, all the people were like, wow, that's like really cool, because like Mickey Mouse, at least I think that's his name, I don't know, this is the first time I've seen this weird character like does a thing, and then I can hear the thing that he does. That's really cool, and people in 1928 obviously talk like this because like I totally, yeah. So then a couple years later, in 1934, there's this cartoon called Wise Little Hen, which introduces a character called Donald Duck, who is voiced by Clarence Nash. And a fun fact about Clarence Nash and Donald Duck is that it's actually a weirdly debated topic. Not really debated, but it's just like there's this question of like what came first, the voice or the character, because Clarence Nash was kind of known for his like duck voice, and then Walt Disney was like, yo, that's a character. And Clarence Nash was like, okay. Except like, imagine me saying that with like the Donald Duck voice, but I can't do a Donald Duck voice. Donald Duck gets released, super popular, rivaling the popularity of Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse, as we all know, started in Fantasia in that one segment. What's it called? Sorcerer's Apprentice. Who's heard of that? Sorcerer's Apprentice, more like, I don't know, it was a movie with Nick Cage, also called Sorcerer's Apprentice, that I'm pretty sure was produced by Disney, actually, which is funny. What were they expecting with that? Were they expecting like that was the first of like the remakes, which is really funny because it's like people like The Sorcerer's Apprentice as like a cartoon short because of Mickey Mouse, not because of the story. No one cares about the story. It's Mickey Mouse and his good music. Anyway, Mickey Mouse obviously gets Fantasia, but what some people read, a lot of people fail to recognize because no one really talks about it, though these movies are on Disney Plus, so that's a plus, is Donald Duck actually has two movies. Your boys got Saludos Amigos and Three Caballeros, which are both movies that were produced by the Walt Disney Company in South America, because as you know, the rest of the world was going to war, film imports were just like really difficult in Europe at that time because, you know, they were all at war. I don't know if you caught that, but in the 40s, Europe was at war. Isn't that crazy? Disney was like, we can't really reach this European audience, so let's go to South America. And they did, and Walt Disney took a bunch of animators, and they went to South America, and they made two movies. They made Saludos Amigos and Three Caballeros, both of which are starring Donald Duck, as well as the rest of the Three Caballeros, Jose Carioca? Cariosa? I don't know. I don't care about him. I only care about Donald Duck and Panchito Pistoles. Super dope group. Following these movies, oh my god, plot twist, the United States goes to the war. Who would have thought that? Oh my god, that's so crazy. That's such a plot twist. Oh my god. So America goes to war, and Mickey Mouse at this point, and really ever since the inception of the Walt Disney Company, is really like the poster child for for the Disney Company. And Mickey can't go to war because he's busy being Mickey Mouse. So Disney's like, all right, we'll send Donald Duck. And then they send Donald Duck to war, and he joins the Navy, and he actually has like legitimate military Navy records that you need a certain level of clearance to see. I'm not joking. You can look it up. But anyway, so Donald Duck comes back from the war, Oscar in one hand and PTSD diagnosis in the other, which is such a fun combination. So, fast forward, a couple years, couple decades, we reach the 80s and we see, which is like super sick. It's this cartoon that's based off of spin-off characters from Donald Duck, now with their own show, and it's super popular. And now, obviously, a couple more decades later, it's revived and like so good, like it doesn't have a right to be as good as it is. Meanwhile, Mickey Mouse would see, a couple of shows based around him. A lot of kids shows. Like I feel like Playhouse Disney, later Disney Junior, has just a million Mickey Mouse shows. And then, Toon Disney also had House of Mouse, which, like, I don't know if you ever played it, but, like, I forgot what it was called, but it was either, like, Deck the House or something like that, where, like, you, like, designed the House of Mouse and then 5 levels, and, like, so, like, you, like, decked the house or whatever, and then you had to, like, design the interior, too, and then you had to, like, play as Max and park all the cars, and then you had to, like, serve all the characters. I forgot what it was called, but like it was so fun. Anyway, House of Mouse, and then later on into the 2000s and 2010s, Mickey Mouse would also get like a bunch of kids shows, and then mid 2010s we would also get a whole new collection of Mickey Mouse shorts, which they're good. I like them. I'm not a fan of the art style. But the thing with the Mickey Mouse shorts is that it really just irons in that Mickey Mouse is a character that is whatever the context of the cartoon needs him to be, if that makes sense. Like, Mickey Mouse as a character is just the everyman, which is fine, and it makes for some really entertaining cartoons. Obviously, like his newer cartoons are some of the best in my opinion, but he lacks a lot of character traits that would make him a lot more interesting and well-rounded as a character. Meanwhile, Donald, who is obviously like a featured character in a lot of these shorts, one of the things that I really don't appreciate about these new Mickey Mouse shorts is that they really throw Donald and Goofy especially, and Chip and Dale too, who also had like some incredible cartoons, just completely to the sidelines, when it's like, yeah, Mickey's cool, but I would love Donald Duck cartoons. The Donald and Goofy cartoons are some of the best cartoons ever. Like, their dynamic is so much better than any other like cartoon duo ever. Like, Mickey and Minnie, obviously it's like the peak romance, like this is the perfect relationship, which is bullshit. And yeah, there's a cartoon about it, but who cares? The new Mickey Mouse cartoons really exemplify what's wrong with Mickey Mouse as a character, but also really magnify why he's such a perfect icon for the company, because he is the perfect guy. He's whatever the situation needs him to be at the time, which is fine. It's fine. It's not interesting, but it works. Donald Duck, in contrast, has always been like, a bit more of a loose cannon. He's very much a foil to the perfection of Mickey Mouse. He's like, a lot of people like to paint Donald Duck as super angry, and he is, but he's more of a passionate character than a mad character. He's like Gordon Ramsay, but a cartoon character. Like, yeah, Gordon Ramsay like has his outbursts and is like super mean and angry a lot, but it's because he loves his craft, which is food. Donald Duck, he loves his friends, he's very passionate, and he has this feud with Mickey Mouse because like he wants to be number one. But Mickey is. Basically, Donald Duck served in the Navy. Donald Duck also owns a houseboat. He is a sailor through and through, and he by far has much more notable and applicable experience to be the captain of the Disney Cruise Line rather than Mickey. What has Mickey Mouse done? Been fired from his job being captain of a tugboat in 5 minutes? But yeah, anyway, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like if you like, comment other random crap you want me to talk about, or tell me you hate me. Tell me how much you hated this and how terrible of an idea this was. Please, I would love to hear it. Anyway, thanks for watching, and peace.